Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I'm April Martinez.
And I'm Paul Lopez.
And good morning. It's a Friday. It's good to see you on a Friday.
It's good to see you too. I'm not usually the face on a Friday. Usually have John with you. No John this morning. You have to see my face on a Friday morning.
But we love having you on the show, Paul, nonetheless. But yes, John, wherever you are today, we hope that you are having a great one and that your endeavors are fruitful.
John probably just to come off of exercise and get his early day started. I not envy you, brother, because outside chilly.
It's cool. I thank God that the AC in the studio is not up to it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to.
I wrap up in my blanket last night, and I never want to come out of bed. I know I lie, and I know they have a lot of people out there right now.
But they struggle.
Some people probably even one night today, a Saturday and a Friday.
I know, don't envy us for waking up early.
Yeah.
But yes, the weather outside is frightful. And that Christmas feeling is right around the corner. But we are still experiencing the cold front as the weather, as the Met Service had told us yesterday. And of course, we're going to be chit-chatting with them some more about the weather update for today and tomorrow. So let's see if this chilly weather continues to stick around.
I wouldn't mind, April.
Yeah?
For a Saturday morning when you don't really have anything to do. You know, like work past Saturday unless you have to work on Saturday. Then I wouldn't mind staying in a couple hours more with some nice chilly weather. You got it right, April.
Yes, absolutely. I think that for the most part, we are experiencing these changes, but nevertheless, we would still like to remind our viewers that it is still hurricane season. And we are, getting to the end of it, but we're still in October. Hurricane season that ends at the end of November. And so we're just still being cautious and making sure everybody is safe. Right. But we normally give you what is buzzing in the headlines last night on the news. And one of the things that is buzzing, which I have to congratulate all of you on here at the News 5, is the new segment. The
Belize on
Real. I like the play on words. I really, really do. What was the inspiration for this new segment?
Well, April, it's a part of an entire remake or a new approach to how we deliver the news right here on Channel 5. So we have, if you've been noticing, that we have different segments.
I love it. You do the sports now. So there's Culture
which
Tuesday.
I covered. They have Culture Tuesday.
Yes.
And then you have on Belize on Real.
Oh, you have Belize on Real.
Thursday.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you have Sabrina's Bright Side on Friday night.
Yes.
So that's tonight that you'll see Sabrina's on Bright Side.
So I'm only missing a Wednesday segment.
There's something there. You'll get to see that. Things take time.
Yes.
But things brew. Like a nice pibil.
Yeah.
You have to put it there, make it simmer and leave it, and when it come out, tastes delicious. So Belize on Real is basically us taking ourselves as reporters and expanding our horizon into areas not Belize City Central. So we want to hear the stories of Belizeans and the work that Belizeans are doing way Panicana, Corozal, Mexico border, way down the PG, Guatemala border. We want to hear the stories from across the country, and we want to take those stories and we want to feature them on Thursday night. And so we're being intentional about not only remaining in Belize City, and not only that, we could go right to Belmopan. If there's a story in Belmopan, and we do these things regularly. Like we would have got to Belmopan and do a story pan regular, but this time we're being more intentional about going and doing these stories.
So I mean, when Dwayne first came to me with trying to come up with a segment, he said unconventional stories that Belizeans may not be aware of.
Right.
And he said that things that perhaps, you know, not just because Sabrina does on the bright side, which is more on like the happier scale of stories, the good stuff.
It's the name says it all.
Yeah, and then Culture Tuesdays, it's geared towards, you know, progress of Belizean society, Belizean culture, what makes us who we are. Of course, your Sports Mondays, and so I think what he was trying to say was stories that you not think will make one use forecast, stories that perhaps you are aware of in your neighborhood that maybe it's joyful, maybe it's not, but it's newsworthy or necessary for the public to know and to understand it. And like you said, take it out of Belize City.
Yes.
Right.
That's the idea, April.
Right.
And I'll say also that all the different segments for the different nights have some sort of the undertone in that regard, to say that it's not necessarily a story you would say, oh, let's put this in the news, because it's not the grimy, hard-hitting, per se, headliners that we would naturally go for. But these stories, we find ways to show that these are stories worth telling.
What I really appreciate about all of these news segments that the news is taking out, it's that it's kind of changing our approach to how we watch, or how we watch news and how we receive it. And I say that because usually when you see a hard-hitting headline, it's geared towards something negative. It's geared towards something bad and violent and gruesome, like you said, and you know that will garner 5,000 views. Right? Everybody's gonna watch it.
More than 5,000.
More than 5,000. And so what you guys are doing with these segments is that you're changing the story, right? You're saying no, you could still watch news that is newsworthy, that doesn't have to surround around these hard-hitting, strong emotion news, where it's something good, it's something heartfelt, it's something fulfilling for the audience to watch, and it's educational. The one that Marian did last night was very educational. I don't know if we could run a short clip of her. This is Belize Unreal, but she did her segment on protecting the natural habitat of big cats is the key to our own survival. I love that. You know, it's a blatant connection with us and the environment, and us and different animal species. So, Rick, can we run the Unreal?
So it's something definitely as they get that clip up and running, that I was interested in hearing, because in the natural course of newscasts we wouldn't normally listen to or have piece featured like this, and so that's exactly what we saw in last night's news piece, where she featured the pumas and the jaguars. Big cats, April. Huge. I mean, if you see one of these in your backyard, we used to the small kitty cats there, they run around. But if you see one of these in your backyard, in fact, if you see one of these on a trail that you're driving on, the first thing you perhaps want to do is just stand still frozen, or run, or try some sort of action to distract the animal. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play a piece of that.
It's Belize Unreal.
Jaguars and pumas are sympatric creatures, meaning that while they have clear outward differences, they are genetically related wildcats that have learned to coexist in the same spaces. Their characteristics, food sources, strengths, and weaknesses are part of an ongoing study that the Corozal Sustainable Future Initiative carries out at the Freshwater Creek Conservation Base. The area is at the southern tip of the Northeastern Biological Corridor, an ideal location where these two big cats can traverse. Interestingly, they hunt in such a way that does not deprive each other of food, quite like two similar businesses operating side by side, but catering to vastly different customers.
If they hunt the same species at the same time, both won't be able to survive. So they need to be strategic. The jaguar clearly establishes itself as the top predator. So it gets first choice as to when it wants to hunt, where it wants to hunt, what it wants to eat.
According to Dr. Omar Figueroa, an expert heading the research on jaguars and pumas at the research facility, jaguars rely more on the strength of their jaws to choose their prey, as opposed to pumas, which bank on their agility to outsprint their prey.
The puma is more agile.
All right, and so
Love it. Love it.
Whereas the jaguar doesn't need
I think that one of the beauty about this particular story is that it takes you outside of the zoo, right? You are usually seeing these kinds of creatures and predators behind a cage, right? A closed cage, right? It's between you and them. You see that there are other ways where you're able to protect the species and be in a particular relationship with them outside of a zoo setting. But I was listening to what you said earlier before we ran the clip about what you think you would do if you were to see, and that made me realize what this does, what this particular news piece does, because you live in the city.
I was just
everybody
going to say,
lives here,
April.
and so your natural instinct is correct, because that is not something that you would normally even encounter in your daily environment. But if you live in the outskirts, if you live on a farm, if you live in the south, where they cross the highway like at 3 in the morning, that is not unconventional for them to see.
It's not uncommon.
Yeah, it's not, because, like, for example, my friend, they do have a farm. The jaguar problem is kind of their thing, where it would eat the cattle, right? So they have to find ways to make sure they protect their cattle from the jaguar. So them seeing a jaguar in the natural wild, in their natural habitat, is not uncommon, right? And so I like stories like this, because it makes you think outside of what you normally see every single day.
And that's the idea behind Belize Unreal, because in Belize City, we're not we don't know about jaguars, and because we don't know about jaguars, it's not our nature to go and look up information on jaguars, to go to even have it in the back of my mind that, you know what, there are these big cats roaming around across Belize, across Central America, but across Belize and my land. And so what this does is it brings it home. It brings it into our living rooms to say, yes, we have these animals and we should learn and know more about them. The first thing they thought, what that I learned from this piece, is that when you encounter a jaguar or you encounter a puma, they want to flee. These animals, they will turn in the next direction and walk away from you. They won't naturally try to attack you. You know, so you stay put.
Attack them,
no, if you try and attack them, you have a problem, even with a
Yeah.
dog, and we know what a dog does.
Exactly. But
So,
just kind of keeping it on the happy side of the Friday morning, we have a surprise for our viewers.
Who's coming out? Who's
today.
coming out?
It's not about coming out, it's about what they can receive. Paul, tell us what our winners can have this morning.
Right, so this morning we have 5 tickets.
5 tickets.
For hear it, the Miss Y pageant, April.
What?
Yes. So we're giving away 5 tickets to 5 of our viewers. Not 1, you know, not 3, not 4, not 6, five tickets to 5 of our viewers for the Miss Y pageant,
What
which
do they
happens
have to
tonight
do?
at 7. So here's what you have to do to win these tickets. And I know one, the same 5 persons win the tickets. So you get one, but if you have your family member in your house right now, you could wake them up and say, yeah, you listen. Comment. And this is what you have to comment on our Facebook Live. You could go to our News 5 page or our Open Your Eyes page, because we go live on both pages, and comment Miss Y. M-I-S-S-Y. Miss Y. The first 5 persons to comment Miss Y wins a free ticket to the Miss Y pageant tonight. And trust me, it's gonna be a ball, and you don't want to miss that. That's 7 tonight in Belize City. So of course you want to, I would imagine, be from Belize City, or at least Belmopan or a nearby district, to be able to take advantage of
and
these
of course
tickets.
we will be selecting those winners before the end of the show. So they have time. They have time. But our first 5 viewers to comment in our live this morning, say Miss Y, will win 5 tickets, or a ticket.
Make I hurry go.
Why? I don't think we could compete, Paul. It's one of the things. The other day, my friend messaged me and said, "Why you never bring me the Belikin beer with the bag?" And I'm like, "I'm not allowed to enter the competition. I'm sorry." But yes, our first 5, Miss Y, we will be revealing those winners before the end of the show this morning. So stick around to hear all about it.
All right, April, do we go on to motivate our viewers a bit more?
Of course, I like that. A nice segue from motivating to win something to our eye opener for today. And our eye opener is taken from DailyOm.com. And it goes like this: when we can release our hold on negativity, we leave it in the hands of a wise universe to work out the best solution. Before we invest our energy in negative thoughts or actions, we should remind ourselves that everything has a purpose. We can consider that perhaps the actions of the other person may have had nothing to do with us. If we don't take their actions personally, it can be easier to release them. Remembering that every interaction is an opportunity to make a better choice, take a deep breath before responding and allow yourself time to reconnect to your center and make the choice to respond from your higher self. We can never know all the circumstances that may have led someone to do something. By not passing judgment on anyone and instead sending hope for their healing, we may create positive out of a difficult situation. We can then release it, since dwelling on it can energetically drain our system, causing us to only hurt ourselves. When we can release our hold on negative events and interactions, we leave it in the hands of a wise universe to work out the best solution for all involved. Every moment, we have a chance to make a choice to bring light into the world. When we bless others with the gift of our positive energy, instead of letting circumstances negatively affect us, we bring a little peace to the world every day.
No, April, I think yesterday we were talking about judgment and the different reactions and responses that people have. I have this practice that I intentionally implement in my life on an hour-to-hour basis until I get it down pat, because I still don't have it down pat, and I think it'll take me some years. But I intentionally sift through my thoughts in every moment, through every interaction, and I attempt to take hold of those negative thoughts, of those thoughts that are geared towards belittling myself, those thoughts that are geared towards me judging myself, me condemning myself. I take those thoughts and I fight with them and I say, you don't belong here. And then when I do that, I replace those thoughts with positive thoughts and positive thinking. That's how I find myself releasing these negative energies and inputting positive energy in my life, and then that affects the people around me.
I think I approach this eye opener a little bit differently in the sense that I tend to jump to conclusions very quickly, or like I do tend to react, right? I tend to react emotionally, especially when I care about something or if something is very important to me. I tend to react right away, and whatever triggers affect me, obviously I'm releasing negative energy, right? And so what this eye opener is telling me is to, before I jump to a conclusion or before I react, I need to sit with whatever conversation is taking place or whatever situation is taking place. Certain situations are completely out of my control, and I'm not somebody that is able to cope well with that kind of stuff. So I'm learning to release, be patient, try to not take everything personally, as the eye opener rightfully mentioned, and to not. I have to learn that I can't control everything, and by sitting with that, by learning to do that, I am trying to take in a new approach, a positive approach, and then release out that.
Because keep in mind, April, that the mouth and the facial expressions, they're like a gate.
Yeah.
They're like a gateway to this outside world.
Yeah.
And what comes out of that gate, April, is what's inside your mind, is what you're thinking. And so you decide what comes out of that gate. And sometimes people don't have no guard than in gate. I just put it like that. Sometimes people have no guards that in gate, and the wise thing to do is to have a guard at your gate.
Yeah.
And to ensure that that guard knows exactly what goes out. And then to have guards at your ears and have guards at your eyes to see and know exactly what goes in, because what goes in eventually comes right back out.
Wow. I hear that 100%, and I think that what we have to take in every single day is to understand that everybody's going through their own thing. Everybody has their own reasons why they're acting or reacting in such a manner, and so we have to take those into consideration. But like this eye opener, have that conversation with your family and friends this morning and see how you're able to release that negative energy and intake positive energy. And while we're releasing positive energy into the world, we are moving into our weather for this morning, hoping that they could release positive energy to us. So here's that weather update.
Good morning. A weak and diffuse frontal zone over our area will support showers and rain mainly over the sea today. The 24-hour forecast is for mostly cloudy skies with some showers and light rain offshore and over some central and southern coastal areas, with showers decreasing this afternoon and tonight. Light isolated showers are possible elsewhere. A flood warning remains for communities along rivers in central and northern Belize. Winds over the open sea will be from the north at 10 to 20 knots, and seas will be moderate. High temperatures today will range from 83 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 87 inland, but only 76 degrees up in the mountains. The outlook for Saturday and Saturday night is for partly cloudy skies with only isolated showers and the chance for a few more over coastal Toledo. There is a high tide at 6:57 this morning, a low at 1:54 this afternoon, another high at 7:46 this evening, and another low at 1:49 tonight. The sun rose at 5:47 this morning and will set at 5:26 this evening. The moon sets at 3:15 this afternoon and comes up again at 3:15 tomorrow morning. In the tropical weather outlook for the North Atlantic, the Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 48 hours. In the sargassum update, the chances for new sargassum mats affecting the country remains low. With that, we end this report from the Belize Weather Bureau.
Right,
So
and
a
that
bit-
is our weather report from our chief.
A bit more chilly weather, April.
Bit more chilly
so
weather. So
we're
if
gonna
you're
get
going
those-
to the Keys or if you're going to the coast, make sure you wear a jacket.
Yeah, that's a
because
great
it's going
advice.
to be a good, cool chill this weekend. But we like this
We
weather.
love it. We love it.
No rain, so I'm happy about that. But we're moving into our show for this morning, and we have lovely segments packed for today, beginning with Grace. You ever
What
had
did you cook this morning, April?
apparently we are going to be experimenting with corned beef and corned beef meatballs.
No, man.
Tell me, they're very creative at Grace.
Canned beef
Canned beef meatballs. I feel like then they left the potted meat tacos when John come back. Canned beef
I just didn't
meatballs.
try it.
You ever had canned beef meatballs before?
I've never had.
I've
canned
never
beef
had canned
meatballs.
beef meatballs before. That is
Let's
that's
see how
gonna
it
be a
goes.
new one. We're
that's
excited.
gonna be a new one. And of course, in our
Aye.
second conversation, and for that we had Tyler and Naidi.
Tyler
with
and
us.
Naidi will be chefing up with us.
In our second conversation, we have more good Friday fun for you with hospitality and beverage. And of course, we're talking about, we're going to have our friends in from Madisco.
Ooh.
And I guess they'll be...
I wonder if they bring anything special for you. Every
I
time my disco
know.
come down a party.
They want to bring something special
Alright,
for
well,
you,
we're looking
April.
forward to that. So we have canned beef meatballs.
And then we might do something
with my disco.
Madisco.
And then we end with sports.
Yeah. No, in fact, April, sports, rugby in particular,
Rugby.
an up-and-coming sport in Belize, in fact, becoming more
Very
and more
huge in the
established.
Commonwealth, yeah.
Yeah, and this, as no pun intended, but these guys are also very huge
Yeah.
in this sport. And so we're gonna have them, or I think it's just the coach, flex a little bit of his muscles and tell us exactly what's happening with rugby in Belize right now.
All right, but before we get into all of that and more, we're going to take a very short break, and we'll be back with more OYE, so stay tuned.
I will be there. Thank you so much.
Why are you so excited?
Let me tell you a secret. I just got off the phone with Santa.
Hi, Santa. For Christmas, I want a pea shooter, a football. iPhone and a makeup for Christmas.
Oh, Ramon, 1 second.
We just learned that Santa's phone number has just been revealed. The number is 227-7132. Children all over.
I'm sorry, Dad. I shared Santa's phone number.
¿Reúnes los requisitos para la amnistía 2022? Esta es tu oportunidad de aplicar. En el sitio web www.immigration.gov.bz encontrará una lista completa de todos los documentos necesarios para la amnistía según los criterios para los que eres elegible. Asegúrese de reunir todos los documentos generales y de respaldos necesarios y las traducciones necesarias. Haz tu cita en línea con cualquiera de nuestros centros de registro a nivel nacional. Ahí presentarás tus documentos y completarás las entrevistas requeridas. Después, se te entregará un recibo de aceptación. Mientras esperas una decisión sobre tu solicitud, puedes seguirlo en línea y saber cuándo hacer el pago en la oficina de tesorería del gobierno más cercana. Una vez completa Recibirás tu tarjeta de residencia permanente que muestra tu estado legal en Belice. Obtenga más información sobre la amnistía 2022 y cómo presentar tu solicitud en línea en www.immigration.gov.bz. Prepárate, el plazo de inscripción será del 2 de agosto al 30 de noviembre de 2022. Amnistía de Belice 2022. Continuemos construyendo Belice juntos.
V-Bucks by Belize, Belize's newest multi-brand rewards program. To access V-Bucks, download the mobile app or access the website portal at bbucks.bz and set up your account. If you already have a Belize account, chances are you already have V-Bucks. Don't let them go to waste. To earn V-Bucks, make a purchase at any Belize location or at any of these Belize entities, namely Island Freight Forwarders, Best Manufacturing, Benquip, and B-Mart. Once V-Bucks are earned, reward yourself. Use V-Bucks to buy items or exchange for cash. You can also double, triple, or even quadruple your V-Bucks on promotional days. It is simple. Purchase, earn, redeem. Loyalty is always rewarding with V-Bucks. Brought to you by Belize, celebrating 75 years of quality and savings.
Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 9 Caribbean Media Awards for 2021. Best Investigative Report, Best News Item, Best Coverage of People with Disabilities, Best Financial Literacy Journalism, Best Videographer, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with 2 special mentions for financial literacy journalism.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
Been drinking all night, feeling so high, better not drive, won't even try.
Been drinking all night, feeling so high, better not drive, ain't gon' try. Been drinking all night, feeling so high, better not drive, ain't gon' try. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. People die every day, I'm not going with ya. I'ma find my own way, I'm not going with ya. It's okay, I'll wait. Even good people make mistakes. I don't wanna realize when it's too late. Drinking and driving is never safe. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. If you're drinking and driving, I'm not going with ya. Been drinking all night, feeling so high, better not drive, ain't gon' try. Been drinking all night, feeling so high, better not drive, ain't gon' try.
And we are back. If you're joining us right now, we are at Grace's Kitchen, the taste that moves you. Yes, and this morning with us we have Nady, who I feel like she just should be part of us now. She's officially OIE employee. And we have Tyler. Good morning, guys. So please explain to me, right? This creativity genius of meatballs.
Yeah, because we were having this discussion this morning, and April and I said we never had meatball from canned beef. We never thought that you could make it. It makes sense though.
Well,
the structure,
canned beef that does like almost the same thing.
The structure,
the only thing it comes in a can.
Alright, so tell me what would it make with this?
First of all, I love kind of fry my onions and things, make it have like a little glaze instead of just put it in. So right now
glaze up your onion.
Oil kind of hot. So you make Paul cook today, right? Paul have to learn to make some meatballs today.
Of course.
Canned beef meatballs. Alright, so you make the oil get hot and then you put the onion in.
Yes.
So what are the ingredients that you have laid out for us
the
this
ingredients, we are putting in the onion, sweet pepper, cilantro, a little bit of garlic, breadcrumbs, egg, and then to taste, we're gonna add a little bit of fish and meat sauce, a little bit of ketchup and soy sauce.
So what is it that you use to hold? That's the word. So the egg is perhaps one of the most important ingredients in meatballs, right?
That's right.
Because I always used to wonder, like, all right,
keep the
structure, right? So that the egg do that.
I used to just add the breadcrumbs, right?
And what
but then it then crumble up.
Yeah. But when you never know how to cook.
Then I gone to Mama Chef and asked Mommy, why my meatballs stay the crumble up? She's like, you put the egg.
Just say
no, I don't put no egg.
Interesting because I put milk.
So you put milk instead of egg?
I put milk, egg, and cheese and breadcrumbs.
Alright, now run from it.
Some
there,
more.
now run from
Some more.
You have to use your hand.
You have to use your hand.
That's
Oh,
the
oh, my bad. Okay.
Connect with food, everything.
I'm going to connect with food. Alright, so Artina, so that your recipe today? Or that made your recipe?
I made it. I was as shocked as you guys.
This one.
No, I didn't know you could do that, so.
Yeah.
It's new to me as much as you guys.
So you have the
When I
onion.
tell him, like, I make me box, yeah. Okay.
Right.
You have to be creative then.
Right. So you have the onion in there, you have the garlic, you have
Sweet pepper,
you have cilantro in there, all of that.
All of the basic ingredients to make a regular meatball.
Amazing.
Look at that, it smells so good. The cilantro gives it a different flavor.
You look like a natural in this kitchen, you know.
You know, John think I can't cook, so I'm glad that you're here to say that on camera.
Just no burn it up.
You know, I follow Nady's instructions, so if I mess it up, that's not my fault. Trinity?
It smells so good.
All right, look at that, look at that. Woo! All right, what's next, boss?
Okay, from there we're gonna add some of the
breadcrumbs. Man, I feel like I need to roll up my sleeve.
Yes, man, you're in the kitchen with Nady.
How much of this will you add?
Half. Really? You sound good. You just sound good.
Yeah, put it in the container.
Okay, do you cook, Paul?
Of course.
Okay.
Evident.
Sprinkle. Did a little sprinkle. Oh my goodness.
We're gonna add the eggnog. Can I use my hand?
No, you can't use your hand for that. All three, right?
Yes.
All three. All right. 2, 3.
And everything in between. Okay, so while we're getting our footing with this, people, Tyler, tell us what's going on at Grace this week.
Okay, so besides from our normal in-store promotions, we do have a major promotion happening right now with Beep. That's our Beep disinfectant and our Beep air freshener.
Beep?
Beep, yes. Beep.
B-E-E-P?
Yep, Beep.
Okay, Beep.
You get a chance to win a 2-night staycation at the Placencia.
Staycation?
Yes, a staycation at the Placencia.
What's the difference between a staycation and a vacation?
Well, I believe you have everything, all the activities happen at the
okay, let's check. Alright, you said you specifically said staycation.
Yes, that's what I've been told, so I'm just relaying the message.
Okay.
So
2-night stay at the
Placencia. All you have to do is buy any 2 air freshener or disinfectant. It could either be an air freshener and a disinfectant. And then you upload your contact information and a quick photo of the receipt to the Beep website, that is usebeep.info/Belize, and you get a chance to win that wonderful prize.
And how long does that promotion last?
It ends November 8th, and then the drawing of the winner will be November 25th, so it's closer to Christmas. It's like a Christmas.
It's like a little Christmas gift.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have no limits to how many times you can enter.
So as much as you want.
All
right.
Sadly, Grace Kennedy Belize employees and their immediate family are not eligible to enter.
But are eligible?
Yes.
All right.
You can
check. So
how hard I work to smoosh this thing right now, man.
Your hands look very clean for somebody who just runs really hard.
Listen, the amount of mixing like that, I just know April, amazing. But we have all.
So what?
We have all our ingredients.
What did you add while Tyler was giving the promotion?
So I added ketchup.
You added.
No, I'm just kidding. Lady, tell us, what were some of the additions?
We added ketchup, soy sauce, and fish and meat sauce.
Then you realize that you couldn't mix it with the spoon, right? Because the corned beef was a bit dense.
Yes.
And so you had to
just use my hands.
You had to get your hands in. But that's what I was saying. That's one way to connect with the food, right? To use your hands and get in there. And then that's the way you got the perfect mixture. So what we're going to do next with this?
From here, we're going
to have to actually use your hands this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we're going to go back to the pot.
Yes.
So more coconut oil.
We're going to fry it a bit first before we add gravy to it.
So why you use this coconut oil in particular to get to do this? What's so special? Flavor.
Also,
All
coconut
right.
oil is healthier to cook with than any other oil.
But this gives you good flavor.
More flavor than just the regular oil.
So while we're waiting for it to heat, do we start to
ball it up?
Ball it up.
I want help because
You go right ahead, April.
You do it to the size what you want. So everybody have their own size what they want.
That everybody like different size of the meatballs, right?
Yes.
That depends on which size of meatball you like. Yeah. Always. Let me come wash my hand here first.
I'm gonna add one.
Okay. So let's do another.
How you stand there, April? How?
I could actually cook, you know.
Wow, you can handle the meatballs. Perfect.
Wow, you said that on live TV. Thanks.
I mean, you know what I mean, April. Don't be like that, man. Come on. What do you implement it? You just...
What goes well with these meatballs, Nate? Because I know not just this would have this morning.
Everybody choose their own side dish with it, but mine will be veggie rice.
Okay.
Yellow veggie rice to be specific.
Yellow veggie rice. All right.
And in the rice we use coconut oil, coconut milk, peas, green peas, a little bit of carrots.
Oh, you don't make the rice
onion and sweet pepper.
This actually smells really good. And
it does smell really, really
together
good.
Perfectly.
Well, like Naida said, the secret is in the egg.
Yeah. It actually looks like...
in there.
There you go. And how long would this naturally take to cook?
Doesn't
like you see this other side done to cook. Don't worry about it, all part of it.
That's how you know it done. That's how I know Palm in the kitchen.
Listen, if you not left the kitchen with a little bun or something, were you really cooking, April?
You know what, Fox? I will agree with you on that one. All right. So while we're waiting for this, do we start to plate?
Yes.
Okay. I see you have some water there.
That's after these have already cooked. We're gonna add a little bit of gravy so the rice is not too dry for people, right?
All right.
Because some people like gravy on their rice and some don't.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know if you like your rice dry.
No.
I'm a gravy man.
Yes, definitely.
Half a heart of gravy.
We're just gonna have these brown and all.
Is this something you would make in your kitchen, Nadia?
Yes.
Yeah, this is something you would make. And when would you make something like this?
Well, I made it already for myself, and it's when corned beef was cheaper than ground beef.
No ground meat cheaper than corned beef.
Yes.
It's like a perfect to-go lunch, like a put something together and get out of the house type of.
I mean, it's very quick as well. We didn't spend much time in mixing the ingredients, and like you rightfully said, one of the beauties about this is that the corned beef is already in can. It's already grind. It's already grounded. All you have to do is add the veggies and the seasonings and the condiments, and you're done.
And I think the kids would actually love this.
I think it's very simple. I think my brother could make this.
Yeah, right. They can make that. Well, with adult supervision, because you're using a stove and fire, right?
Absolutely. So, how long do we have to wait until they're done?
Well, it's just to fry it all around, you know. Turn them.
Can I bake this?
Yes, you can bake it.
Okay.
It's more healthier bake.
Yeah, I could imagine.
It takes out a lot more of the oil.
Yes.
Like when people don't like much oil in their food, so once you bake it, it has less oil in them.
Of course.
So once you kind of turn them all around, then we can focus on the gravy?
Yes.
All right. So while we focus on the gravy, Tyler, one more time for the folks with beef.
Yeah, with beef, you get a chance to win a 2-night staycation at the Placencia. To enter, all you have to do is buy either a beef air freshener or a beef disinfectant, and you enter your contact information with the receipt of a photo receipt of your receipt on the website. That is usebeef.info/Belize. You have no limit to how many times you can enter. The more the merrier for you in this case. Yeah, and that's very, very easy. The drawing will end November 8th.
Have you used any of the beef products to kind of get a sense of how it works?
Yeah, at work we mainly use the disinfectant.
Okay.
Yeah, the disinfectant is very, very strong. And
yeah.
That was one of our instruments to use to help battle the COVID.
Wow.
Because
so it's effective.
We got beat a little before COVID came to me, so.
Yeah. And where can you find these products?
At all our basically our stores.
Okay.
You could find these.
Right.
But
so
you just focus more on the major supermarkets, like Twins, Publix. You definitely will find it there.
And I would imagine it's at an affordable price, perhaps an unbeatable price you could get beef.
Yeah, I believe our price, the disinfectant is right around the range of Febreze and Lysol. So
nice.
Right around the same
nice. So that is a good alternative.
Yeah, definitely a good alternative.
All right.
And we have the air freshener. We have a lot of different flavors. I believe we have like 8 or 9 flavors.
Wow.
Different scents.
Wow.
Yeah, so you have a wide variety for your choosing.
And what do we win?
A 2-night staycation at the Placenta.
A staycation, not a vacation.
A staycation.
A staycation isn't a staycation a vacation though, in that you stay.
All
the activities that is at the hotel, but
yeah,
staycation is the more appropriate word to use, I believe.
I mean, once you get out of your house, it's a vacation.
But alright, so what did we just do here, April?
We took out all the meatballs.
Yeah.
And now we added a bit of water with ricotta.
Oil as well out of the pot.
So we added water, and now with the water and the ricotta, now we're going to put back all the meatballs within.
Oh, okay.
So.
And that's where you kind of get like what, some juiciness.
Yes.
And some added flavor on your corned beef meatballs. All right, April, do your thing, girl.
I do my thing. I try
Chef
make sure that the texture stays with the meatball when it's not working. Corned beef.
Actually, it looks like corned beef meatballs. Some more water.
Corned beef.
Nice.
All right, and now you make it simmer. Do we close it? Do we just leave it open like this?
Just leave it open.
All right. Perfect. Chef Nady, once again.
So in the meantime, is it okay if we start plating our rice?
Yes.
While we have that, so by the time that finishes, then we could, just add that to the plate and dine.
Look at this genius. Look at it. Look at this.
So April, you're gonna plate that rice.
I got the rice. And Nady, tell us again, what is in this rice?
We have malheur, green peas, carrots, onion, sweet pepper, coconut milk.
So are you wanting to put the meatballs on top of the rice or on the side?
However you like it.
I put some on the top and some on the side.
All right, so I'll give you enough rice to make
that rice to me, our family.
This is for us.
Okay.
This is dinner for two. Okay?
Lot of carbs.
Don't be alarmed by the rice.
All right. So you got beautiful
yellow vegetable rice. What else are we adding in this gravy here?
I'm gonna add a little bit of fish and meat sauce.
Fish
and taste, because to me it doesn't have any taste. It tastes like water.
Oh, no.
Because you added some extra water there, but that's good.
Add
that
enough
fish
gravy,
and
like
meat
you
sauce.
said, right? But wouldn't this? So you have to be careful with the texture, right?
Yes.
So
you don't want to boil it too much where it begins to fall apart again.
Exactly.
Right. We sound like chefs, April. Like we know what we're doing at this kitchen.
Only thing her do with the follow the instructions of Chef Nady.
Yeah.
And I see, okay, so one more time for our viewers, the ingredients that you use for the meatballs itself.
Onion, sweet pepper, cilantro, what else?
Garlic,
and then we season it with...
You put in your coconut oil, grease coconut.
Yes, right, but we season it with the fish and meat sauce, soy sauce, and a little bit of ketchup.
A little bit of ketchup.
Okay, so I think these are ready.
All right, well, let's take them on.
Okay. Turn them one more time for
Good
extra
measure.
flavor.
And then I ready right here with a plate whenever you're ready.
I know you've been ready to eat.
Yeah,
been ready. I was very curious about this recipe.
But it looks
Seeing it
good,
come to
right?
life, I get it. I get the vision.
I understand.
I understand. So now we just have to plate our meatballs. So put it on the side.
One or two on the top, and then a few on the side.
I like that you have a structure in your head.
One and
for
two
this
on the
plating.
Yes, there you go. That looks amazing.
And then he says a 2 on the side.
Alright, so don't forget to purchase your beep so that you can win your 2-night stay at the Placencia for a staycation. Because apparently that's the one thing.
On this side.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
It is a thing.
Ooh, look at that gravy. And there you have it, folks. Corned beef meatballs.
delicious.
There are endless possibilities. Very fast, very easy recipe. A good lunch.
Looks good, smells good.
And in our case, a good breakfast.
But will it taste good?
I mean, that is going to be for us.
So we have tried this April, or we not a part of that?
Then don't tell we already that we have to wait for the plating.
All right, so this is the plating. All right.
Can I take a picture of the plate? Then say make we roll. All right. Carl,
April.
I'll let you go first.
Corned beef meatballs. You know what? You only live once.
It's very hot. I want to burn my tongue. So I want to watch you.
You don't know the method to eat hot things. That's the method, therefore.
That's the method. Oh yeah, then the people you don't do it before. You just eat and then you just make the gods decide for you. Perfect.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah. 100%.
Delicious April. And then you lie.
There you have it.
So there you have it. Vegetable rice with
Corned
beef
meatballs. And while Paul is finishing his breakfast, we're going to take a short break. This has been Grace, the taste that moves you. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Technology is ubiquitous, and it's transforming how, when, and where we work. Fulltech Systems is placing award-winning devices in the hands of information workers, allowing them to work without compromise in a world without wires, to innovate, create, and to maximize productivity anytime, anywhere. satisfying the needs of the desk-centric remote and field worker and every other worker in between. We are providing the industry's best devices to businesses going through the process of digital transformation. Partner with us today to provide the solutions that will allow your employees to work effectively and efficiently to enhance your customers' experience. Full-Tech Systems, your technology center, where you'll come for the price, but stay for the service.
Hi, I'm Chef Sean Quillen. I love cooked fish fillet, and I prefer to get my fish straight at the fish market right here at Conchel Bay. But you see, sometimes you come out here and you don't know what you're getting. The fish has no label, it has no patch of skin. But don't worry about it. I am here today to teach you how to avoid fish fraud. When purchasing your fillet, remember to look out for the patch of skin required by law. Or you could tell them by the physical characteristics. Long and slender, barracuda. Nice white meat, hagfish. The deep bloodline from the bow to the stand, that is jack. When buying in bulk or buying out of a bag, make sure to inspect each fillet individually to avoid what we call in a Creole, pussy in a bag. What a pussy in a bag? Fraud. If that's not the help you, because even for me as a professional chef at this man for 40 years, that's really challenging. All I could tell you is buy from a reputable source or buy it whole. And if all of that's not available to you, just go to fishrighteatright.com and we at Oceana have a fish identification chart. Because guess where you're going here now? We talk about bloodline just now one thing, and that's a snapper, right? Classic snapper. What kind of snapper this?
This is nurse shark.
Nurse shark. Highly illegal. No make they trick you, no make you buy pussy in a bag. Do the right thing. Fish right, eat right.
Everyone, including our elderly, needs to stay connected with their loved ones. With Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program, senior citizens can sign up for 10 megabytes of unlimited internet at a low monthly cost of $25. Citizens over 65 can sign up with a valid ID and receive free installation plus 1 month free on selected broadband plans. Visit a Smart showroom near you for more information on how you can enjoy Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program. Smart, bringing people together.
Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 9 Caribbean Media Awards for 2021. Best Investigative Report, Best News Item, Best Coverage of People with Disabilities, Best Financial Literacy Journalism, Best Videographer, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with 2 special mentions for Financial Literacy Journalism.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes, go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, because news is now everywhere, all the time, and so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, Call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind the scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
Belize has the highest population of the Antillean manatee in the world, and we'd like to keep it that way.
The Sea to Shore Alliance and our partners have been fighting to protect our environment and these endangered manatees.
Each year, however, their death rate continues to increase rapidly due to watercraft collision, destruction of coastal habitat, entanglement in fishing gears, garbage pollution, and poaching. Yes, poaching.
These animals are in dire trouble and they need our help.
It's our responsibility as Belizeans to protect what belongs to us.
In order to create a safe environment and future for our aquatic friends, we must act now.
Respecting no-wake zones and manatee habitat is important.
Practice sustainable fishing methods and properly discard damaged fishing gear.
People throw garbage everywhere, except in the garbage can.
Garbage stops here.
When we safeguard important habitats such as mangroves, seagrass beds, the barrier reef, and our marine lives, we are safeguarding our livelihoods.
I want you to look after my future.
What about me?
When I grow up, I want to see manatees.
We are asking for your support, and we thank you for recognizing the importance of manatees and their habitats.
Thank you for caring.
Big thank you from our aquatic friends.
I am a humanitarian.
I am a humanitarian.
We are humanitarians.
Protect. Protect. We protect.
We should protect our manatees.
We must protect them. Protect what belongs to us.
Protect ours.
Protect your manatees, Belize.
And we are back and we've changed sets, but I'm so excited. If you're joining us right now, we are talking about hospitality and beverage, Paul. And who better to teach us about hospitality and beverage and management and feel good and all things wine and beverage? Madisco. In studio with us, we have Carla Marin, who is the operations manager at Madisco, and of course our lovely Mala Vasquez, who is the beverage consultant at Madisco.
No stranger
to the show. She knows what we like.
Of course. She knows what I like. She's speaking to my heart.
She's speaking to our hearts today. So, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm back home.
You are back home. She changed our entire decor.
She did.
You notice we have plants?
But you know what? I actually preferred his decor. I think we should bid with our producer and CEO to have this decor on set every morning.
And I had it right. He just asked for it. He just said it. Okay, great. I think Vianney agrees. But this is part of the experience and the hospitality that clearly Madisco is an expert at. Talk to us.
All right, I'll let Carlo talk about the hospitality because then we'll get sidetracked with the wines. So how about telling them what we do and what the hospitality part is?
Well, thank you for having us. Good morning, Mala. You made an elegant spread here. But for the hospitality portion of Madisco, it's hospitality and food service. But the hospitality is everything everything within a hotel. Your linens, your towels, your bathrobes, your slippers, the toiletries, everything hotel related, tourism related, Madisco provides.
Wow.
Likewise for restaurants and bars, your glassware. You have your red wine, white wine glasses, your champagne flutes, your margarita glasses, your Tom Collins glasses. Could go on and on.
Wow.
But everything cutlery related, Madisco provides. So from a food service, hospitality standpoint, you ask for it and we provide it. A lot of individuals think, oh, we just provide number 10 cans for the restaurants, for the chefs. But we are an all-inclusive distribution company that we distribute countrywide, north, south, east, west, from our 3 distribution centers. So we recently added beverage, hence Mala came on board with us. And she spruced it up and she makes it look sexy and elegant and beautiful as you see her.
Tell us.
I'm having an experience and I keep looking at the set because yes, she brought in flowers, the plant, the decor, but it's not what she brought. It's how she placed it on the table. And that is what I want to know. How do I get that vision to place this?
I think it's a joint effort. I have to thank Zenaida for making up this
That's a wonderful
board. We have very talented staff members, and all the cheeses that you see there, everything that's on the board is available at Madisco.
Is it?
Oh, yes. So can you walk us through?
So Carlo, you can walk through.
What you see, we have a chutney. That's a locally made product, Rowan's. So that is something that Miss Mala holds dear to her heart. It's a fundraiser, a fundraising for...
That was made actually by Raj Rani Osborne during the pandemic from Belizean mangoes and all the spices, and it is an authentic Indian chutney, a mango chutney.
That's hard to find, you know, in Belize.
Yes, it is authentic. It's an Indian recipe.
So
it's spicy, and we have mild and we have spicy.
But
the spicy is great, and then you have dried.
Yeah, we have apricots, dried apricots. So it's a seasonal thing. We haven't found it anywhere else throughout the country, but we have it at Madisco. It's certain chefs that ask for it. We've brought it in. We have our Monterey Jack, or cheddar, or Swiss, or marble Jack.
Seen some brie in there.
Yeah, this is from a little platter. The brie, we have our pepperonis, but apart from these, we have specialty cheeses like Grana Padano. We have our shredded mozzarella, or mozzarella loaf, or dill, or Gloucester.
We have Gruyere. We have Parmigiana.
Yeah, so you have French cuisine, Italian cuisine, American cuisine, Thai cuisine. So we cover almost everything food service related. That if whatever direction you want to steer the restaurant, we provide the products for
So
them.
if I walk into Madisco and I say, I'm having a small event and I want to set up the perfect board like this, would you be able to, I'll be able to get some advice on some of the products I'm in?
Yes, we can give you advice, and we can also tell you who to go to.
Okay.
Because we have people who actually buy the cheeses and do their own craft boards.
Yeah.
You have Alexandra from Carnivore.
Yeah.
She also buys our stuff, and along with hers, you know, two heads better than one.
Yeah.
So she can give you your spread. This is in-house. This is what we do in-house. So we kind of have not gravitated to that part yet, but we can. What we're trying to do is show you what you can do with what we have.
Right.
And just to add on what Marla says, these items, the Oasis is exactly what it is. It's our wine cellar where you can walk in, and the ambience, the lighting, the colors.
We make your dreams come true at Madisco. It's right at Madisco on Clegon Street, and we called it the Oasis because it's usually a mirage, right? And it's unreal.
Correct.
So when it's real, you can actually touch it, so it's there.
Yeah.
Oasis, anything that you want. If
like
it's
a
not
mirage.
there, it's a mirage, but your Oasis is real.
It's an experience. So
it is an experience.
you walk in there, you get your Italian, your French, your Chilean, your Argentinian, your Californian, your blends, your wines. But then there's also your high-end whiskeys, your high-end whiskeys, your vodkas, Marla, your gins.
Which kind of gins? Because I've always had a hard time finding my favorite.
Tell me which one.
Hendrix.
We have Hendrix.
Oh, look at that.
And I will give you recipes to use with your Hendrix.
Wow, you know what? It is an experience.
But
remember, you can use lavender, you can use rosemary, and you can use cucumbers because Hendrix is cucumber based.
April, empty cups are not as fun as full cups.
So
what are we starting
I'm
with?
gonna jump in now.
Course.
He's been looking at this board and going like, oh, when am I going to get to it?
So what are we starting off with?
So we are going to be starting with our sparkling. It's Emiliana sparkling wine. They have rebranded and called it Amaluna.
Amaluna.
Now, what does Amaluna mean?
You tell me.
There is a story behind every bottle. So Amaluna is dedicated to the women of today. Ama means woman. Mother.
What language?
In Portuguese and Chilean, in Spanish.
Yeah.
Old Spanish, they would call you Ama. Even in Indian, in India, we call them Amma. Vietnamese call it Amma.
In Dutch, it's Oma.
And it's the way it's spelled, but it's Amma is mother, and Luna, remember I think we always think about the moon as being female with the warmth and the gentleness that it spreads all over the earth. This is dedicated to the mothers and women of today.
I love it.
So, yay.
And a toast to women and mothers.
Women, and toast to Friday, toast to Belize.
So why are we using this particular glass this morning for the champagne?
So we are using bubbles to keep the bubbles in there. If you notice,
that is professional.
If you notice, the bubbles are kept in there because if it was an open glass, it would be popping out.
Yeah.
So the flute holds it in.
What's it called? So this is a flute.
It is a flute.
Is that aroma that I'm getting already without even
that is
touching
correct.
the cup?
And the thing is, you would want the bubbles to pop in your nose because if it's a bigger glass, it would pop all over. So you wanna, you can smell the freshness. It's so, and Emiliana, by the way,
it's beautiful.
The Emiliana Sparkling is the first organic Chilean sparkling wine.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they have won awards all over.
Umala, it has 90 points, doesn't it? You want to explain the points?
It is the 90 points. So when you say 90 points, you have wine enthusiasts that grade your wine. So you will see on some bottles, it will say James Suckling. So James Suckling is another wine group. the wine enthusiasts is another wine group, and they actually
They
grade
grade.
these
Right.
wines.
There's like a panel of
And-
people.
Right, and this is certified. That's a lot of sparkling wines that are not certified. So let's toast to Emiliana. Let's toast to Amaluna. And a toast to all Indians all over the world in Belize to a happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Oh, wow. You know what? This music, and I just want to crack back and put my feet up, put the flour up.
This is delicious.
So
And I done. Happy Friday. Goodbye, everybody. Good.
And if you notice, the sparkles cup stay in the middle of your
Yes.
palate. It's not at the tip. It's right in the middle of your palate.
So smooth.
And it's smooth, and it comes down, and there's no burning in your chest.
There isn't.
So there's
It's
still
a wonderful experience.
it's jumping in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's
I'm still tasting all the flavors.
so the music is still playing in your mouth, right?
And that's what you want, right? With a good sparkling.
Exactly, and it's an experience. What we call wine and sparkling,
Love in a bottle.
love in a bottle. Right?
I agree
Love in
with
a
that.
glass, love in a bottle.
So this is your Chilean experience.
So this is one of the options you could get at
champagne.
Madisco.
So all champagnes are sparkling wines, but not all sparkling wines are champagnes.
Run that by me again.
Why?
Yes.
All champagnes are sparkling wines, but not all sparkling wines are champagne.
Yeah.
Because the word champagne is authentic to that region,
Yeah.
to that village.
Yeah.
It is French, it belongs to France and to the village of Champagne.
Champagne.
Yeah.
Correct.
So even if you are having French sparkling and it is not in Champagne and it's in Bordeaux,
You're not having champagne.
you are not having Champagne.
Right.
You're having Meunier or you're having other kinds of champagne. That Champagne word belongs to Champagne. So this is a great,
Sparkling.
it's as good as your Moët.
Yeah.
But you know how we are brand related,
Yeah.
and
Marketing behind
you'll go with the brands, So we want people to experience new experiences,
So
new
what
tastes.
event would you recommend a wine, a sparkling like this?
You're celebrating
A
life.
Friday morning.
A Friday morning?
And it's so for
love
me, look, I have the best possible job.
Yeah.
Yes.
I drink on the job.
Oh,
You know
come
what?
on. And you
Now
don't
you're
get
just
fired
making
for
me.
it.
Now you're just making me a little bit jealous.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't get fired for this either.
Right?
Well-
Because she's around.
So
Only because
Tell
you're
us,
around.
tell us what would go well.
Okay, so
what would
actually,
pair well.
so your apricots. So remember, your champagne can be a toast, celebration of life, celebrating any happy event, also celebrating a happy memory, because you always think about wine as related to a taste of a fruit or a plant or food. But wine also brings back memories.
It does.
It does. You
I've had some
you can.
flashbacks
Yes.
within the last 5 minutes.
Absolutely.
All right. So you can actually have this also with dessert. The beginning of a meal to toast, beginning of an event. It is an aperitif. So you can have it as the beginning of your party or to start with. This or Prosecco or a champagne. And you can also have it for dessert. And it is a perfect accompaniment for all your cheeses and also your dried apricots. So I would tell you, have a
Have an
dried
apricot?
apricot and taste it, and you'll see how it swings.
So drink my champagne.
Drink your
Thank
champagne.
you, because I feel like you're chancing
Cheers.
us now.
I needed to see the rest of the board.
You know, refill?
Refill and make sure you drink it like
Yeah,
it.
you
So
drink
it
it,
pops with the froth.
Okay.
So it pops in your mouth. And it should, bubbles should tickle your nose. Right?
That's exactly what's
This is
happening.
So what happens to a champagne when it loses its bubbles? You know that it's a good champagne when the bubbles have disappeared and it becomes a still great wine.
Yeah.
It becomes a really
doesn't
incredible
lose
white wine.
And it's still bubbling.
right.
so there's
Flavor.
still
And if you
something in the
notice,
bottom.
why do you hold this by the stem?
Yeah.
So your body warmth
Doesn't
affect.
Correct. So always drink it this way.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give you the 5 S's later, because with champagne it's pretty straightforward. You either like it or you don't like it. Okay? Like everything else, you can tell you, a sommelier will tell you all about the wine. They'll describe everything about the wine. But in the end, the choice is yours.
All right. So we have another option. We want to jump right into that. We go from sparkling to what?
So we're going to go into white. So we always go from sparkling to whites to rosés to reds.
Okay.
So that's
It's a
the spectrum.
transition.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are going to introduce to you today something called symphony. So symphony.
Do we have a symphony?
So we would like to have symphony as your next obsession. So this is by Obsession Vineyards that also belongs to the Ironstone Winery in Lodi, California.
I'm very curious because I'm not a white wine drinker. What is the texture and the flavor?
So I'll let you decide that. But this symphony is a grape on its own. It was created, it was grafted. It was grafted in the university as a grapevine, and then they created Ironstone, took over and planted symphony in their vineyards.
Wow.
And I will tell you a little bit about the history.
Yes.
And if you notice, it's in your white wine glass.
So
which
this is
so
a
this is
white
a white
wine glass.
wine glass.
What makes this a white wine glass, if you would?
Okay. So your white wine, I do want you to do
You just tell
the
me
5
what to do.
S's.
Okay.
So you're going to look at the texture. So this is actually a graft of the Muscat and a Grenache grape.
Okay.
A Muscat, as we know it, is Moscato, but it's called Muscat is the right name.
Okay.
No, mosquito, Moscato.
Muscat.
Alright, just
Muscat,
making sure.
you know, France owns. It's the
Yes.
mother of all wines. So it's a graft between a Muscat and a Grenache. Right? I say Grenache because it is, that is how you would say it. It's a grape on its own.
Yeah.
And it was actually, I have to look at this because I don't want to get
Go
the,
right ahead.
it was developed in 1948 by the late Harold Olmo, a professor of viticulture at the University of California. So if you notice, if you smell it,
Yeah.
you get ginger, a hint of ginger, and maybe peaches.
Peaches, yes.
And if you've ever had lychee,
Yes.
it's there.
Sometimes can I
So
sample?
you can, with this, we'll do 4 of the S's.
Yeah.
So you've taken, you've smelled, you've seen the color.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'd like you to swirl it.
Golden.
But we're not going to look at the legs because white wines don't have legs, because it's, when you make white wine, they do it without the skins,
Okay.
right? So all wines have one color. Red wine, red grapes would still have the same color as a green grape. It's like all of us have different colors.
Same
When we
blood.
cut ourselves, same blood. Right?
Got it.
So it's the same, except for 5 or 6 grapes in the world, they will give you a red grape.
Okay.
So this is a white grape. And then when you swirl it, what does it do? It releases the aromas. So you can
Yeah.
Smell it.
and then you sip it.
So
and
we've
then you
seen it, swirled it, smelled it.
sip it,
Sip it.
and then swallow gently.
Wow.
It's very sweet.
And it's smooth.
Very.
It's
delicate.
not harsh.
But
Yeah.
you see,
It's a very delicate.
I
Let it
taste the
play.
flavors.
All over. So when you take your sip, gently swirl it under over because what you're trying to do is you're trying to wake up your taste buds. You're waking it up. And it should have been a little colder. The colder it is, the less sweet it will be.
That makes sense.
You just did it right. So
Yeah.
you have experts that can actually breathe in and swallow,
At the
sip
same
and
time.
swallow at the same
I've
time,
seen
right?
people do it and
so
they make
you,
that sound.
You take,
Correct.
You take
Yeah,
it, it's
yeah.
literally gargling.
Yeah,
So you go,
so it's like gargle.
and it's like, what it does, it actually goes under here, goes there, and if it doesn't make you choke, you know it's a very smooth finish and it's very quick.
This is a very smooth finish, though. That's what I like about it.
Very
when it
quick.
goes in your mouth, it's not harsh where it's like stabbing your taste buds.
Right.
And then when it goes down, it's like, oh, I need to take another sip.
And your whole mouth is alive.
Yeah.
I taste the flavors.
It's right there. The
Yeah.
lychees are there, the pears are there.
Yes.
This is an obsession.
It's very tropical.
Well,
Yeah.
we'd like
This is an
to make your
obsession.
life a symphony, and we'd like it to be the next obsession in your life.
Yeah.
How about that?
So what
you know
would
what?
we eat from the
Yes,
board?
so what can we pair
You
this
can actually
white
pair
wine
it with almost everything there.
Yeah.
And I forgot to tell you about those crackers. Oh, that's from Lasco, and it is cholesterol free.
Yes, it's from Jamaica. It's one
It
of our
is from
companies that we
Jamaica.
distribute.
You can actually take a toothpick, put a slice
Yeah,
of
so I have
cheese,
Lasco in
and
there.
take some
Yeah.
of
Some
the
of
chutney,
the chutney.
put it on top.
Cheese.
You can, yeah. Oh, use your hands.
Sorry, I'm
Doesn't
sorry.
matter.
It was.
No, please.
That's why it's
the
called
best way.
finger food, because of course during the pandemic they go like, not touch it, not touch it.
Right?
It's there. We're aware. We have to be careful.
We're
But
indoctrinated in it
let
now.
us not enjoy what life is all about. All the good things,
That chutney is amazing.
isn't it?
Spicy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This takes me back to my days in Trinidad and Tobago. It's
Right.
really good.
Right. And if you notice what the cracker does, it doesn't compromise the taste of your cheese because it is totally bland and it has a nice crispiness about it.
That's it.
Is it chutney smoked?
Savor the flavor with a
It's
sip of
cooked.
wine.
It's cooked. It's
Different
done
flavors.
in you know what we call it gur in India, but it's the whole, what do you call it again? It's the sugar,
It's caramelized.
the raw sugar that you get. It's around even before it becomes sugar. It's authentic brown sugar.
Yeah.
They have a name
Yeah,
for
there's
it.
a name for it in Spanish as well.
We call it gur in India.
Okay.
We call it gur. So they use that, and this is a process. So
Right.
and
So-
we have to thank Raj for
So
that.
we've had the sparkling, we've had the obsession. Now I understand you have a treat for us. That's
Yeah.
nothing
I'm
displayed
excited
on this table.
for this
Let's
treat.
hear about that.
Tell us.
Okay, so we're talking about the Obsession Red Blend.
Oh my gosh.
Now you're talking my
So,
language.
Obsession Red Blend is also owned by the Ironstone Winery.
Same
And
place.
it is a blend. It is 40% Merlot, 40% Zinfandel, and 20% Petit Syrah. So why we have the Petit Syrah is the Petit Syrah will push the taste buds. And the Zinfandel, people always think about Zinfandel being, we call it wine Zinfandel, everybody's used to being
Sweet.
pink. But
Yeah.
Zinfandel in actuality is a very robust red grape. Right? And it has a zing about it.
I love red wine.
And the Merlot softens the Zinfandel, and the Petit Syrah pushes, it's the backbone, and it pushes the taste upwards.
So when we see in the stores and other red blends, do they all have the same wines that you're talking about, or they all you think would come in different?
With blends?
With red blends.
Blends can be different. You have a Cab Malbec blend, you have like the Chateauneuf de Pape, they have 28 to 36 wines. We have a Koyam from Emiliana that is also a prize winner, and it has 26 different blends, 2% of that, 4% of that. But whenever you see the percentages that hit high, you know that that is the basic flavor.
I take it that you guys specialize in these prize
But
winning drinks.
what I am most impressed about, Paul, and I think you can agree with me, is the fact that we are getting an exclusive experience of what Madisco has to offer. Because I would imagine that if I were to come to Oasis and I say it's my birthday, you're going to set up and put up all the stuff.
They've actually come and told us, hey, I'm throwing a party for 8 people. Will you do the wine tasting? And I'll go like, okay, let's check your calendar. We'll make sure we can do it. We'll do it around 4 and we'll keep it to 4 to 6. You tell us what you want and we can have your wine experience at the Oasis. Yes, we do that.
So let's talk about this red wine
So
now.
if you notice, we're looking at the color. If you notice, the Zinfandel gives it that very deep red flavor. Usually you take a napkin, a white background, take your white backgrounds, and if you pull it,
You'll see
the hues.
Really?
This is what we call the hues, see? You'll have the lighter hue on the top and the ruby red to the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
See the hue,
almost
right?
like a halo.
So
a halo
this is
above.
the first
That's
S, which is your
Wow.
sight. Your second is your swirl. Why do we swirl with the red glass, with a red wine? Because you will see legs. When I swirl it, you'll see legs. See, if you look at the other end, you'll see
it. You do see
it. It runs down.
You see
around the
tears.
glass. What do you call it?
We call it legs or tears.
Tears.
Oh yes.
The thicker the leg, the slower the pour, the higher in alcohol volume.
That's what I say.
Usually it's between 13.5 to 14%. So I think this is
13.
I think this is 13.5.
All right.
Right.
So sight.
Right. So you have sight, swirl, and remember you've swirled it. With the swirling, you've released all the oxygen.
That's a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a great thing because now the aromas will pop
The wine
out.
is breathing.
And then you smell it.
You know, wet wine is my favorite on a Friday evening.
Cloves, cinnamon.
Twins.
Berries.
Right? Cloves and cinnamon, prevalent. Red fruits, I would think cherries and blackberries.
I would imagine after
black
years of
cherries.
experience, you're able to pick up these smells
very quickly.
automatically.
You know, it also depends what you eat. I like spicy food. So if I'm going to a wine tasting, I'll stop. If I'm going for a course, I'll stop eating spices for about a week.
Oh, wow.
You cannot have coffee. I've not had coffee this morning. You don't wear perfume. You can't do that because your taste buds are compromised.
Oh wow!
Right?
I wish I was given a heads up.
So you smell it.
Smell it.
And now remember, you will sip it. But sip it, take a small sip and let it play all over your mouth. And then you swallow it gently. Your first sip doesn't tell you if you like it or not because it's already tasting the Obsession, it's tasted the Emiliana. Your second sip will tell you whether you like it or not. And don't let other people tell you, oh, you must like it or you don't like it. It is your own choice.
Yeah.
Right?
I like it.
I love it. I like dry.
So
reds.
this is
Me too.
medium.
This is good.
This is what you would call off dry.
Yeah.
It's not too dry,
it's medium.
no,
and it's not too
good.
sweet.
It's good.
So it is a perfect balance.
Good red
So
blend.
with wine starters, we tell them, okay, try with the Pinot Noir because it's a very gentle grape.
Yeah.
And they say, I want something sweeter. Then you give them a Moscato
So,
because they have to try somewhere.
Yeah.
so unfortunately, we've come to
But I
that
want to
place.
know what pairs with the red.
Right. So that's what we're gonna do as we try to
wrap it up.
this very hard segment.
So we just
wrap
have
up.
to go to Oasis.
Yeah.
So you have your meats there.
Okay.
You have that. And best pairing, all your smoked cheeses,
Ooh.
your barbecue, something as simple as a pizza, a hot dog,
Yeah.
a burger, and of
Goes
course
good
a
with-
nice piece of steak.
Yeah.
And those who don't eat steak, chicken. Barbecue chicken, smoked chicken. I mean, this is the best.
Not only that, Mala, we actually have at the Oasis vegan options
Do you?
that we have paired with wines as well. So that's an option for, we have organic wines, you also have low calorie wines,
So,
and
and we have a non-alcoholic sparkling.
yeah,
Yes,
0%
we do.
alcohol, yeah.
0% alcohol.
So what she's saying is that we have to go to Oasis.
You
Yes.
must come to the Oasis.
Great.
It's
So I
not
know,
even a doubt.
I know you're celebrating Diwali, and you have a special message.
Yes,
a
I
greeting
do.
That you want to give.
Wrap us up with your Diwali greeting.
Okay, I will have a Diwali greeting. So we will toast with some champagne.
Of course.
May the light of Diwali shine on your dreams and aspirations, bring good health and an abundance of happiness and wealth. Happy Diwali to all of Belize, to all my fellow Indians, to all my people in PG who we forget that they are also East Indians.
Yeah.
So happy Diwali to all.
Happy
Cheers.
Diwali to all. Cheers. It's so hard to wrap up this segment.
And so with that, we're gonna take a
another
break. And we're gonna take some more drinks during that break. And we'll be right back for our final segment. If you don't want to miss that, stay tuned.
Hello eCash user, the eCash app is now available in Spanish. Changing the language in your eCash app from English to Spanish is quick and easy. Let me walk you through the steps. First, open your eCash app. Enter your PIN. Tap the More icon at the bottom of your screen. Choose Security. Select Language. Tap on Spanish. Then re-enter your PIN. And that's it! Your eCash app is now in Spanish, and you can continue to enjoy your eCash digital wallet. Belize Bank's eCash app makes life easier.
WestTrack Limited is committed to working hard every day to ensure you get the right products at the most affordable price. We strive to have the greatest selection of quality, affordable, and timely products and services that will enhance your personal or corporate lives. With an extensive line of products, we'll be sure to have what you need. For even faster service, you can contact us on Facebook, WhatsApp, or by email. We look forward to seeing you come through our doors at your nearest WestTrack branch today.
Everyone, including our elderly, needs to stay connected with their loved ones. With Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program, senior citizens can sign up for 10 megabytes of unlimited internet at a low monthly cost of $25. Citizens over 65 can sign up with a valid ID and receive free installation plus 1 month free on selected broadband plans. Visit a Smart showroom near you for more information on how you can enjoy Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program. Smart, bringing people together.
Great Belize Productions Channel 5, proud winner of 9 Caribbean Media Awards for 2021. Best Investigative Report, Best News Item, Best Coverage of People with Disabilities, Best Financial Literacy Journalism, Best Videographer, Best Television Commercial Spot, and the People's Choice Award, with 2 special mentions for financial literacy journalism.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5 Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes. Go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because news is now everywhere, all the time. And so are we.
Whether you're at home, on the road, at work, or at school, if you see news happening or suspect that something might be up, call or text the Channel 5 News Belize tip line at 672-5555. You don't have to give us your name, just give us the tip. That's 672-5555. Call or text us so we can check it out.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. Channel 5 introduces the Daily Obituaries. The Daily Obituaries will broadcast all death and funeral announcements and memorials to honor your loved one's life and memories. The Daily Obituaries airs on Channel 5 prior to the evening newscast, with subsequent repeats at 10 p.m. and 12 noon the following day. It will also be placed online on our social media platforms, all for a standard package fee. Celebrate their lives and memories with Channel 5's Daily Obituaries. Honor in life and reverence in death.
And we are back with our third and final segment for this morning. And we have in with us, we're moving from the nice drinks and wine.
Well, we had food from Grace, and then we moved into drinks, and now we're handling it
sports. Some very, very active contact sporting activities. And of course, we're talking about rugby and Rugby Belize. And so in studios, we have this morning Mr. Tony Gillings, who is the president of Rugby Belize. And we also have Frank Romero, who is one of the players and members of the Rugby Belize national team. Now, Frank, you are a sturdy guy.
Why?
Is it that you have an advantage in rugby based on your sturdiness?
Before
and
you
your
get
approach?
into that, though, because I know I get what you mean, right? But for our viewers that are looking at this football right now, because that's what I'm calling it, and I know it's wrong, but they would think that it is American football. So talk to us then, Tony, about what differentiates rugby from football.
Well, American football is the son of rugby.
Yeah.
When rugby went to the US, they converted it into American football.
Why they do that?
Because they didn't like the physicality of it, and they decided that's rough, so we got to put paddings on our players. We've got to put a helmet on, and it's a lot of movement. In American football, the guys get tackled, everybody stops. You hang around for a few minutes while they reset. In rugby, you don't do that. And the big difference is that in American football, the game is all about throwing the ball forward, right? That's the key part of it. In rugby, you can't throw the ball forward. All right? It's not about throwing the ball from one end of the field to the other.
It backwards?
You can throw it sideways or backwards. But that means that the whole team has got to move down the field passing the ball between them. And it's the effort of passing the ball from one player to the next which encourages the tackling.
And then there must be a lot of communication, I would imagine, in throwing the ball back. Because if you're throwing the ball forward, then I could just run forward. Anybody could run forward and I could just throw the ball, but if you're doing it backwards...
Well, if you watch American football, the guy throwing the ball, they've already discussed what their tactic is going to be. They've already told you who's going to go get it, right? In rugby, there's a lot of communication amongst the guy with the ball between his teammates. Like, I'm going to go this way, so I need support on this side or that side.
Is there a way you hold the ball
that's what I was about to ask,
throw it?
Yeah.
Because with the American football, you have the lines and the tiers where you place your fingers in to throw. This doesn't have.
So how would you?
So when you're passing the ball, you want to hold it like this, because you're throwing it this way and this hand guides it. All right?
So you don't hold it from the side, you hold it from the end.
Absolutely, yeah.
So when you launched the national team, was rugby practically a new sport in Belize? Did you have people already playing rugby in Belize?
When I started this in 2016, there was no rugby in Belize.
Really?
Yeah. I used to literally walk around the streets with a rugby ball.
Yeah.
And kids would say, hut, hut, and I say, no, this is rugby. You want to learn about rugby? So that's how it started. We had our first international here against Guatemala in 2018. That was our first one. And since then we've just grown. And we've been on several international tours now. And every single one, our players have got better and better and better.
Of course.
Like this last one we came back from was the Central American tournament in
Bahamas,
Guatemala.
In Guatemala.
Okay. There were 7 countries playing there. And we won against Guatemala in our last game.
Wow.
That's amazing, because when we talk about other sports and when we rival Guatemala, you know, we don't talk about the fact that maybe we came in second or third, because we always want to beat Guatemala at the game. But rugby has already championed Guatemala.
Yeah.
So Frank, now so it's practically, it was a new sport in 2016.
Yeah.
And now here you are as a member of the national team. Before 2016, you weren't playing rugby, right?
I was playing rugby when I was 14. That was actually because of him. He came to my school when I was studying at Canaan High. By the time I was just a young kid, I was 14 years old, 180 pounds. Like, I was pretty chubby. Still am. But I've been playing for a while now, and it's just been fun. It's been a really great time, so I enjoy it a lot.
How do you have to prepare to play rugby, a match?
Well, for me personally, or for the team?
Just the team,
For a team, well, we just go over the drills. We just go over, okay, you know, we've done this multiple times. We know our strengths and weaknesses, and we try and encourage each other for the most part. So let's say we might mess up on this play. Well, instead of saying, hey, I think you messed up on this one, we'll say, hey, you did a great tackle, by the way. I'm really, really proud of that. Awesome. You did a great pass. You know, so
what has it been like over the years as you and the team, as you guys have developed? I know that before you have your winning seasons, you also have your losing seasons.
Yeah.
And what did that do for you mentally? How did you go through that?
Honestly, it encouraged us. It pushed us a lot more because we were like, okay, cool, we know that this play doesn't work. Let's try this one instead. And so it was just trial and error over and over again. But at no point were my guys ever like, I just don't want to play this anymore. This is not for me. We suck. No, I think when we came back from our trip, actually, everyone, I think, took a day rest and immediately started training again harder. Yeah, so.
What is the setup like for the teams in terms of how many players can be on the field, how many players can make a team?
We play a version of rugby here called Rugby Sevens.
Okay.
So there's a few versions of it. The big one that most people know is Rugby 15s, where there are 15 players on each team and they're playing for 40 minutes, you know, with a 10-minute half-time break. We play with just 7. So we have 7 players on the field and you have 1 minute break in between 2 halves. So the squad is made up of 12 players, so 7 players and 5 subs. And that's the version we play. But there's also 10s, there's 12s, there's other versions too.
Go ahead.
As a relatively new sport to Belize, even though you're already competing in international matches, do you believe, or are you of the view that rugby is getting the recognition it deserves locally, not only in terms of the fans, but in terms of those in authority, like within the Ministry of Sports?
Well, that's an interesting question because there's no rugby facility yet for us. So we're using soccer fields, which is a challenge, right? Especially in Belize City where there's only 2.
Yeah.
We've put in a request to have the field inside the running track at the Marion Jones converted to a rugby field or a multi-purpose field, right? So football and rugby can use it. We get support from people that know about rugby, but often you have to keep going back to the basics to explain what is rugby. I remember when the country went on a shutdown and everything was banned, and they said you can't play contact sports. And I remember I got reaction from some of my players because the Home Minister said, and rugby, I understand we play rugby in Belize now. And I was like, yes, after 5 years,
you get recognition.
Yeah.
And that's how you get the recognition, right?
Yeah, we're banned.
Wow.
So, I mean, it was kind of funny, but yeah, people phone me saying, the man said rugby, the man said rugby. So we're getting there. We had an interesting meeting with the sports minister just recently at the National Sports Council, where I made the plea again, please do something with Marion Jones because we need to do something there.
I mean, we don't think about rugby, which is it's a very weird culture in Belize because we do have a very good cricket team.
Yes.
Right, which is it's a Commonwealth sport, it's a very famous Commonwealth sport, but so is rugby.
Yes.
So the fact that it's relatively new, 2016, to Belize, it's a bit surprising. So let's talk to us now about hosting a tournament in Belize now in 2022. How did you manage to do that?
I have always believed that Belize has the potential to host a big international if we put the effort into it. And someone had the bright idea of building the Marion Jones, but 17 years later it's still not done.
Underdeveloped.
But the facility is there, and we have sports fields all over the country. So I had a meeting with my executive committee, and I said, listen, I think we could do it. You know, having been to Bahamas and Turks and Caicos and Guatemala and seen their facilities, I think we can do it. We have fields, we just need to put the manpower and the effort into it. So I proposed the idea that August next year, we're going to host an international rugby competition.
Oh.
I'm inviting all of our neighbor countries to come along.
Wow.
And a couple of the Caribbean nations, so Mexico, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Panama, Costa Rica, Honduras. All those countries hopefully will come here, and we'll have a rugby 10s competition somewhere in Belize. We're going to go scout and find somewhere. We could do it. There is no reason in the world why we can't do it. And the one thing that I do think about when says ministers in this country talk about giving stuff to the youth. We have amazing talented youth in this country.
Yeah.
It's one of the youngest countries in the region in terms of youth.
I mean, not everybody wants to do football, not everybody
Right.
can do
Yeah.
basketball and volleyball because those are the more major sports. So this gives them a different option.
Yeah, and they don't have to play rugby. You can learn to become a referee or a coach, you know, or join a local club on the executive committee or something and do it that way.
And I love the passion because I could see this benefiting youths, a lot of youths in Belize City as well, particularly in Southside Belize City, where they could engage in this rough and tough contact sport and sort of use it as rehabilitation. Frank, have you found that to be a part of your experience where you go out there and you use this as some sort of release?
Honestly, yes. I say all the time to my friends that rugby saved my life. Because at the time when I started playing, I was a bit in a dark space. I tried different sports, never really felt part of a team. It's not that I started playing rugby that I just instantly fell in love, because those guys, they support me, they love me, they're there for me. Especially when I get hurt, they never say anything negative. They're like, great run, you know, do it again, you got this, I believe in you. So there's like this strong love and bond for each other.
So what do you call it when you make a touchdown?
A try.
A try.
Yes.
So you
We don't know. We are very Americanized in this aspect,
Well,
right?
it's interesting because the word try is, it's you are trying to get the ball over the line.
Yeah.
So when you get the ball over the line, you've tried.
Yeah.
You've got the try. And that's where it came from. We don't call it a touchdown because in American football, you can just run over the ball, over the line, and that's it. You don't even have to have the ball on the ground. You can just run over.
have to touch.
You have to put the ball on the ground.
So if it's not placed on the ground, even though you're over,
it doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Wow.
Because you didn't try to get it on the ground.
Yeah.
You never do nothing, Paul. You just run.
moving back to next year's competition, next year's international tournament, how do we try to get the buy-in of the government, of the people,
Of different
to
stakeholders.
see if we could perhaps have a rugby field in Belize by then to host this competition?
Well, because we're a relatively new sport, so there isn't a lot of exposure in this country to the sport. We try our best when we have our inter-district competitions to get as much media coverage and you know, social media coverage as we can. But this last tournament this weekend, we got some brilliant videos and we got some great photographs to show people, no, this is the Belizean guys playing rugby against all of these countries.
Yeah.
So we're going to use that. Slowly but surely, word is getting out there that there is an alternative sport.
I keep thinking about the rules of the game and the fact that you say that you can't throw the ball forward, it can only be side or backwards. And then I look at your logo on your shirt and you're the Belize team Kamatos.
What's
right?
that?
And it's a Maya god.
Yeah.
And I keep thinking about the rules of puck to puck, which you can't touch the ball with your hand, but you can't also move the ball forward either. It's either to the side or to the back based on how your hip and your leg movement is. And that's what I keep going back to when you're thinking about rugby.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you market it in such a way that connects to a Belizean culture, I feel like it's going to explode.
I think so.
Nothing else.
I think so too.
Who came up with the team name?
I did.
Why?
Well, because when you think of a national team, and everybody says rugby, the All Blacks, right, and the Flying Fijians and stuff like that, or the others. And I think, well, we had a name to start off with, and I wasn't really happy with that because I didn't really feel
Belizean,
specific Belizean, and I've always loved Mayan culture. So when I designed the kit, I put the camisots there, and we have the camisots on the side as well, right? And I thought, this guy looks vicious.
He does.
This guy looks like I don't want to meet this guy on a dark street, let alone on a rugby field. So, and camisots, but then I thought, oh no, I've come up with this name in the middle of a COVID caused by bats, and this is the bat god. But then I thought, no, to hell with it, we'll go with it. And it looks cool, it's a nice logo, and everybody comments on the team camisots.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. So, final words, tell us why we should be interested in rugby and the rugby tournament.
And also tell us when do we have a next matchup that maybe Belizeans can attend.
Well, we, in 4 weeks' time, we're off to Mexico. The biggest sports event in the region takes place in Mexico in November. 25 national teams are competing. in Mexico City, including the USA, Canada, Jamaica, Mexico, all of the countries in the Caribbean all coming together. So we're going to that. We are planning to have an inter-district competition. We normally have 3 a year, so we're restarting those again. And they will be all over the country. So Orange Walk, Belmopan, Belize City, San Ignacio. We have teams all over the place. Hopkins, you know, San Pedro, Orange Walk, all over the place. So we'll publish all of those once we've confirmed them all, because we've got to book the fields and stuff like that.
Good. Right.
So our next big tournament is Mexico. The tournament next year is going to be the biggest thing we've ever done. That's going to be a fantastic event for everybody. And we want people to come along and support the teams. There's an interesting saying that someone said that the youth can get away with stuff on the rugby field that if they did it on the streets, they'd get arrested for.
Of course.
Right? But it's a sport which allows the youth to let off their aggression in a controlled, safe environment.
So how can a young man that is watching our show right now be a part of the rugby team?
They just come along. They can go to our Facebook page and send us a message.
What's the name of the Facebook page?
There's a Vikings Facebook page. There's a Rugby Belize Facebook page. There's contact numbers on there. We're pushing out flyers as much as we can. They can just call me. You know, 635-7339. Tony Gillings, ask me, and I'll give them all the information they want. Turn up at the Marion Jones on a Monday or a Wednesday evening between 5:30 and 6:30. Because that's when the Vikings train. They're there. The national team training is done in different locations. So this Sunday we're in Belize City. Next Sunday we're going to be in Belmopan, and the last Sunday before Mexico we're going to be in Orange Walk. And we start, they're open sessions. Anybody can come along, especially girls, please.
Yeah?
Yes. We want to start building a girls team as soon as we can.
And the girls are competing against the guys, or are the guys?
We don't allow the females to play against the guys because because
I'll get squished is what you're saying. Do you not see? Okay.
Actually, to be honest, it's the other way around.
Okay.
The girls, when they play rugby, you have to watch a female rugby game because they don't care. They really don't care.
You know what? I see it because there are no rules, right?
It's so fun. Like, for the tournament to happen, I remember I was just like so excited for the females just playing out there because they're absolute beasts. They don't care. They're just going after it. So like I love it when I watch the female rugby players. They're just really great. They're doing.
They don't hold back.
They don't hold back.
They don't. And they're so passionate too.
Like I'll see some girls just run from a mile away, just slam into another person, and get right back up. Like it's nothing.
Let's go, April.
Really
you should
try. I'm thinking about it.
And they bring something to a rugby tournament. In Guatemala, there were 4 female teams playing, and so you split the games up into. There'll be a men's game, a girls' game, a men's game, a girls' game. But the females really are passionate. They cheer on the sides. They go after the players. It's fantastic. It really is. And I want to bring that here.
Well, you know what? We hope that you get your team members up. Women, we can do this. Apparently, we're better than them. So let's show it, right? Yeah. Tony, Frank, thank you so much for coming in. We are so excited, and we really, really hope that you get to create an international tournament here in Belize. We need that.
Looking forward to that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And with that, we are going to take our final break, and we'll be back for wrap up. So stay tuned.
Your life just got a lot less complicated with Belize Bank Contactless MasterCard Debit Card. Introducing our Standard Debit and MasterCard Platinum Debit Cards. Now you can make purchases anywhere MasterCard is accepted with one tap, pay and go. Your contactless card never has to leave your hands, especially in these times. And your card is embedded with multiple layers of security. Platinum card holders get to enjoy extra benefits like price protection, purchase protection, trip inconvenience, and luggage protection, just to name a few. Start enjoying a cashless lifestyle today with the Belize Bank.
If you are ailing due to a chronic disease and are left permanently invalid before retirement age, you may want to check if you qualify to receive invalidity benefit. The invalidity benefit exists for persons who are unable to continue working due to permanent illness. To qualify, you must be under 60 years old, must be sick for 26 consecutive weeks and certified to be medically unable to perform any type of work, must have at least 5 years of paid SSB contributions and at least 5 paid within the 3 months leading up to your illness. If you do not qualify for the invalidity pension, you may be eligible for the invalidity grant. Want to know more about invalidity benefits? Visit our website or contact any of our offices to have someone assist you. Also, be sure to visit our Facebook page and give us a like to stay informed. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
Everyone, including our elderly, needs to stay connected with their loved ones. With Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program, senior citizens can sign up for 10 megabytes of unlimited internet at a low monthly cost of $25. Citizens over 65 can sign up with a valid ID and receive free installation plus 1 month free on selected broadband plans. Visit a Smart showroom near you for more information on how you can enjoy Smart's Golden Citizen broadband program. Smart, bringing people together.
Dwayne Moody, Isani Cayetano, Marian Ali, Paul Lopez. Your News 5 Belize teams do whatever it takes, go wherever they need to go, so you can catch the story wherever you are, whenever you want, on whatever device. Channel 5 Belize on television, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, because news is now everywhere, all the time, and so are we.
Are you looking for low-cost television advertising? Have we got a deal for you? Advertise on Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds is one of the most effective methods for introducing yourself and your business to the community. Use our Daily Classifieds to recruit employees, promote specials, promote your products or services, promote a business opportunity, increase traffic to your website, and advertise items you have for sale. Let us help you to save valuable time and money. Call us today at 280-0013 or visit us at our offices on Coney Drive to discuss how we can help your business grow affordably. Channel 5's Daily Classifieds. Advertise today.
And we'll be back in a few, so stay tuned. Thanks, Jen. Hey there, we know you have to head out to work shortly, but don't forget that you can stay tuned by watching us on our Facebook live stream. Find us at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can continue watching there. You can also download Facebook Watch on your streaming device, and you can watch at your own convenience.
And for all the behind-the-scenes fun, follow us on Instagram at OYE Belize. So,
find us
and follow us
today.
And we are back to wrap up this morning segment. April is eating. She has food in her mouth, so obviously she can't join me in this part. But April, it's been a wonderful morning. We cooked up some meatballs, some corned beef meatballs. I have lunch ready for me with Grace Kitchen. That was amazing. And then, of course, in our second segment that you joined us, we had Madisco
experience.
The experience, and that's the experience that you get when you go to the Oasis, which is right there at Madisco. And so, if you want that experience and more, let's say you have a small gathering, a party of 8 or so, you can, of course, call up Madisco and say, hey, I want to come in and do a wine tasting session. And let me tell you something. Based on what we experienced here this morning, you won't regret it one bit. And especially if Miss Marla is involved, oh my gosh, she's going to leave there with a degree in tasting. I could promise you that.
So mellow. And it wasn't because of the alcohol. It was because we
Sure.
were sitting here. We were sitting here. We were discussing. She gave us an experience, an ambience to sit with the wine, to sit with the platter, and to understand the different variables of that.
Yeah, so we'll see if you could take her up on the offer to have a live event from the Oasis.
Sure.
And then, of course, we moved into the rough and tough of rugby in our third segment. They have a trip to Mexico coming up in 4 weeks, and they also have plans to host an international tournament here in Belize next year, August. And we wish them all the best, and we hope that all the chinks get worked out so that they could actually find and locate a rugby field here in Belize to host that international event.
But of course, we had promised you at the very, very beginning of our show this morning that we would be distributing tickets for the Miss Y competition. Our first 5 viewers that went to our live stream and typed Miss Y in our comments are going to walk away with tickets to the pageant.
So
and we
who are
have
those
winners. All right, our very first winner for their ticket is Roxy Aguilar. Congratulations, Roxy. You have a ticket to Miss Y. Our second winner is Marsha Gill. Our third winner is Cherise Ferguson. Our fourth winner is RJ Turtle. Am I reading that correctly, V? And our final winner is Didi Dubon. All of you have won each a ticket to Miss Y. Be sure to stop by the Y Center today before 4 p.m. to pick up your ticket for the pageant. Once again, Roxy, Marsha, Cherise, RJ, and Diddy, congratulations. But before we go, we have not one, but two birthday shout-outs.
Who are we saying happy birthday
We would
to?
love to say a very special 10th birthday to Maya Bainton from your friends and family. Happy birthday, Maya. We hope you have a wonderful day today.
And of course, for our second birthday greeting, we'd like to say happy birthday to Anaya Welsh from your family and friends. Anaya, happy birthday to you, love. I pray that you have the wonderful birthday and that you get all the gifts and treats and cake in the world, because you truly deserve it.
Both of you, happy birthday from all of us here at Channel 5. Wonderful blessings on your day. And if you have a birthday shout out or just a question or comment, you can always drop us a line right here. Right here? Right here, V? OYE at channel5belize.com. Of course, if you want to be winner of some of our prizes and any raffles that we give away, you can catch on our live stream at Open Your Eyes BZ on Facebook. And all of our highlights are on Instagram at OYE Belize. We will see you viewers again on Monday when you open your eyes.
And start your morning right.
What? Be sure to keep your eyes, your minds,
and your hearts
open.
April, toast
See
to
you
Friday.
again. Toast to Friday. See you on Monday. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Stay safe.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank. Our country, your bank.